What up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with the review for The Real Housewives of Dubai Season 1, Episode 8, you guys. I believe we probably have two or three more episodes left, maybe four, because we're wrapping up Season 1 because the reunion is filming currently. They're currently filming the reunion. You know, Andy gave us a little behind the scenes. You can see some of the set. They do have sand. I do wonder who is sitting next to him. Actually, I'm pretty positive I know who is sitting next to Andy, because with Dubai, I know full well I can tell who Andy likes and who he doesn't like. I don't think he's that fond of Brooks. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. You know what? The only person that has Sarah been on Watch What Happens Live with Andy? I know Lisa's been on Watch What Happens Live. Stanberry was on Watch What Happens Live last night. Ayan was the first one on Watch What Happens Live. Lisa's been on Watch What Happens Live. Nina has been on there. I don't think Sarah has been there yet. But that's neither here nor there. So reunion is filming today. If I have to go and guess as to the reunion seating, I'm going to say, just because she comes from Ladies of London, I'm going to say that Stanberry has is sitting right next to Andy on the left or the right, and then the other person. So if Stanberry is on the right side, I would say that Ayan is on the left side, right beside him. And then if I go down, who's next to Stanberry and Ayan? On Ayan's side, it's going to be Lisa, and then on Stanberry's side is going to be Brooks. So then after that, I really do feel like Nina and Sarah are the last two. And I feel like Sarah is going to be on the side with Ayan, and Nina is going to be on Stanberry's side. So we'll see we'll see if I got it correct, you guys. Let's see if we got it correct. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about reunion seating, and we'll discuss it in the comment section below. If we're being honest, I really feel like Brooks should be first, because she's been, I'm not even gonna talk about Brooks. I think Brooks should be first because she has been center of the drama, but I don't think it's gonna be Brooks. I do believe it's gonna be Stanberry because of her Ladies of London past and the fact that this season it's kind of been heavy on her wedding. But hey, you guys, before we get into the review, because haven't started the review yet, before we get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and aren't subscribed, you guys know the deal. I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. Do me that favor by liking the video, you guys, subscribing to the channel, turning on those post notifications, and also sharing the video. And with that out the way, without further ado, let us discuss Real Housewives of Dubai. Alright, you guys, so this episode, it picked up literally where last week's left off, with Brooks and with Sarah going back and forth. So my best friend and I, we are texting each other. We're currently texting each other about Dubai. So my best friend and I, we're on two different pages when it comes to this situation with Sarah and with Brooks. So I'm sorry, you guys. So this guy got out of his car and he literally almost fell. He damn near fell. So yeah, my best friend and I, I'm not on anybody's side. I think my standpoint when it comes to Sarah and Brooks, Sarah was wrong. I don't think Sarah was wrong, but Brooks asked her for her opinion. Sarah did say, you know, is it okay if I speak freely? And she said yes, and Brooks got mad. So I'm on nobody's side, but don't ask a question if you don't want me to give you my natural response. And I get it. No parent wants to be told that they're not parenting their child correctly. I understand. I absolutely understand. I get that. But Brooks asked her question. Sarah answered the question. She didn't like the response. Now, Sarah could have said, instead of Sarah doing what she's doing, Sarah could have said, you know what, Brooks, I apologize because I didn't come in there with the intention of telling you that you need to tuck your son in. You know, you need to do this, you need to do that. I wish Sarah had done that, because Brooks is telling you that she was upset and her feelings were hurt. So validate her feelings, being hurt, and apologize. That's all we had to do. But Sarah didn't do that. So they really didn't get anywhere, and Brooks got upset and she went home. So then we move over to Stanberry. Stanberry is still mad at Ayan for this outfit she has on. First of all, ma'am, it is not a damn wedding dress. It's not a dress, period. It's not a dress. She doesn't have a skirt. And then you talking about she has a veil on. Where does Ayan have a veil on? Ayan has on a blonde wig. Go to hell. I want to stand. And then Sergio was married. I was like, oh, okay. So the housewife and her lesbian sister and her lesbian wife are mad. I'm being facetious, you guys. That's a joke. But the thing that just blew me. Oh my God! I can't believe Ayan would wear a wedding dress. I'm the bride. Well, you look like a basic bride at that. And people are confusing Ayan for me. How are people confusing a beautifully how are people confusing a beautifully melanated black woman for you, a white woman? Okay, Ayan has on a blonde wig. The blonde wig is long. Your hair is not that long. So I don't understand how she's upset. But okay, go off, Stanberry. Go off. Do you. I don't care. So I'm going to pause here, you guys, and we're going to move forward. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about Nina real quick. It ain't much with Nina. All I will say with Nina is I wish I had Nina and her money and her husband's money, because they're building a well, they're not really building. It looks like he's renovating it at this point. So they have a penthouse there that they bought. It's 3 stories. I'm like, 3 stories? Damn, bitch. And here my basic ass is just wanting a 2-story house, and y'all finna get a 3-story penthouse. So Nina was upset with her husband because, you know, when they bought and when they showed the before and after, when they showed those before pictures and what we currently are looking at with that penthouse, I was like, there was nothing. And I was actually with Nina. There was absolutely nothing wrong with that penthouse. That penthouse was perfect. He's taken the ceilings. He's actually, everything is gone. I'm like, damn, what was wrong with this shit, bitch? I would have moved in there. I would have moved in there like yesterday. Like, it's so interesting because you look at that town. I can't want to say townhouse. That penthouse. You look at that penthouse. That penthouse. It just gives me like an American apartment, right? You know how you have your apartments. Then you have like. Actually, that's literally what it's giving. So if you took like a typical American apartment, and you know how some apartment complexes have like the rooms that you could rent and stuff, like if you want to rent out a space for an event, like it looks like it's the apartment, then a space you can rent out, and then then you have another level, and then on the outside it's like when you have your community, like, you know, where your pool is and your the patio, your community patio. That's what that shit looked like. I'm like, damn, I wish I had the money that these people have. Who is the richest on Dubai? I wonder who the richest is. I don't really care, but I just wonder. So, yeah, that's really all we got for them. So I'm going to pause here, you guys, and we're going to move forward. All right, you guys, next up, let's talk about Brooks. So, Brooks. Her mother is visiting her in Dubai. So, her mother is visiting her because she is not going to be, she and her son won't be going to Boston for the holidays. So, her mother's coming here. I think she said her mother comes here about twice a year or something like that. So she's visiting her, and she's telling her mother about what happened between she and Sarah at Stanberry's party. And one thing I did notice about Brooks was she was looking through some pictures of she and her son. Now, that was the only thing that kind of threw me with Brooks, was the fact that, girl, it just gives a little bit of narcissism that you have so many pictures of yourself in the living room area. Like, do you not know how you, do you forget, did you forget how you look? That's just, I never, this is no shade against Brooks. It's just people in general. I've never understood people who have a lot of pictures of themselves. I've never understood that, but hey, that ain't got nothing to do with me. So she was telling, like I said, she was telling her mother about what happened between she and Sarah and she and Nina. So her mother tells her that she owes them an apology. So then this scene actually really did make me look at Brooks a lot differently than what I've been looking at Brooks. And it made me realize Brooks is hurt it's some internal hurt in there for Brooks that I need for her to figure out how to deal with and work through it, because she was talking about when she moved to Dubai with, she was with her ex-husband. And I wonder how old Brooks, because she never said, but she said she was young, but I wonder how old Brooks was when she moved to Dubai for that ex-husband. And well, she was very young, and listening to her talk to her mother, the relationship, it was abusive. I don't know if it was physically, mental. Abuse is abuse. So I feel like that with her getting with that man who was older than her, that's what I was going to say a minute ago. He's older than her. Now, we don't know how much older than her he is, but he's older than Brooks. So I feel like, he used a lot of things against Brooks. His age. He used that to manipulate her. He probably used his money to manipulate her. He probably did he probably did a number on Brooks. And I really do feel bad for Brooks. And it kind of just makes me want it, because I've gone hard on Brooks on Twitter. I have. Not that hard, but I've gone hard on her. And I do feel bad. I do feel bad. Because and this is just in general to anybody. If you guys see my tweets on social media, just know I'm being shady. I'm not being serious. I'm just having lighthearted. It's just lighthearted shade. It's just lighthearted. It's not anything to take to heart. I'm not, is that fun? So yeah, anything I say on Twitter, don't take it seriously. Like, I joke about a lot of people, so take nothing I say seriously. Take it with the smallest grain of salt. But you guys, that's it for Brooks. Let's pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about Ayan. So this is the day of Stanberry and Sergio's wedding. So Brooks is not going to go to the wedding. Ayan obviously is not going to the wedding because she is doing, the runway that we talked about in last week's episode, and Lisa's not going. And I didn't expect if my best friend is having an event and another person that I'm cool with, not really friends with like that, says, "Hey, I'm having this event, can you come?" And then my best friend's like, "Oh, but I have something on that day too." Guess where I'm gonna be at? With my best friend, not with the person that I don't know that well, or I'm not that cool with. So it was so hilarious when Ayan was trying to tell her son that knock knock joke. Knock knock, who's there? Banana. Knock knock, who's there? Orange. Orange, you glad I didn't say banana? I was like, Ayan, what? I love Ayan, you guys. I love Ayan. So Brooks and Lisa are at the fashion show, right? So Lisa and Ayan are talking to Brooks about the situation with Nina and with Sarah. So Brooks says, you know what, she does owe Nina an apology, and rightfully so, because Nina's dad is dealing with COVID, and she was talking to you, and she said she's dealing with a lot, and you told her you didn't care. That wasn't cool at all. So Brooke says she wants to have a conversation with Nina, and Lisa was like, and Sarah as well, she's like, no, just Nina, forget Sarah. So Ayan says that, Sergio, he was so mad at me about the wedding, about the dress that I had, the outfit that I had on. Ayan, girl, we cool. We don't care about it. We Gucci. They Gucci. They'll be fine. Move on. So I'm going to pause here, you guys, and we're going to wrap the episode up with Stanberry. All right, you guys. So when Stanberry, we open up, and it is 6 hours until the wedding. And Sergio is in bed with her, and Sergio is asking her, did she write her speech? And she's like, no, women don't write speeches. And so I was like, okay. And she's telling people that, Ayan is not coming because she has a fashion show. Lisa's not coming. Brooks is not coming. Again, Brooks is not coming. She tells people Brooks is not coming, Ayan is not coming, and Lisa is not coming. So, this wedding, you guys. I know men cry when they see their wives coming, their wives to be coming down the aisle. But Sergio is doing a lot. Sergio is just crying. I'm like, girl, who is the bride? Is it Sergio or is it Stanberry? Because you would literally think that it's Sergio. And I'm also dead at the fact that she can't pronounce her last name. She does not know what her last name is. So then we see them the next day after the wedding. I was kind of uncomfortable with them saying MILF and DILF. I was like, wow. Because her daughter called her a MILF. And then somebody on his side called his dad a DILF. I was like, ew. I don't know if I would refer to my parents as MILF and DILF. I don't know if I would refer to my parents as that. I would find that uncomfortable. I would so find that uncomfortable, but okay. So the next day we see they're having brunch. So we see Caroline, I think that was her sister, her friend. They had one friend that's from Chicago. Heifer was doing too much because she was talking, because Lisa and Ayan are showing up. So, she was talking to Lisa, and she was asking Lisa if she's spicy. Lisa said, yes. She said she is spicy. She says, hopefully you're not too, Caroline don't like people that are more spicier than she is. Oh, the fuck well. So then Ayan came in a pink dress, and she showed up and she showed out. And that's my thing with Stanberry. Like, you were upset with Ayan, but Ayan has been doing this every episode. Every time we see Ayan upstages. It's not that she upstages. She just comes in and she just steals the show. So then her friend asked Ayan and Lisa about the wedding. Did they intentionally not come? Girl, shut the fuck up. So then they talk about, Caroline and Sergio having a baby. Sergio's a dumbass. I gotta say it like that. Sergio is a complete and utter dumbass. So Stanberry has had, difficult pregnancies, and and if she's had difficult pregnancies, then I understand why she doesn't want to have a baby, and I understand why she suggests a surrogate. So this dumbass fool Sergio's gonna sit here and say, well, if at any point in the pregnancy, if something is wrong with the baby, we take the baby out and we put the baby in someone else. That is not how that works, Sergio. Do you not know anything about anatomy at all? The human body. Do not know how the body works when you're pregnant. You can't just take a baby out of a person's body and switch it. This is not a car. It's not like a car. I can pull this car over and go get in my regular car and drive it. If something goes wrong with this car, I can go get another car. With a baby, it is living based that's a host. The mother is the host. Her body is hosting her child. The child is feeding off of everything she, her what she eats. The baby is getting nutrients from that, Sergio. Oh my God, somebody's smoking a cigarette. Oh God, you guys. Sorry. I can't stand cigarette smoke. And they're close. That's it, you guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications, share the video. And until the next time, you guys, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands, wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.